Welcome to week 5. This week we're going to focus on the cognitive theory of multimedia learning. We're also going to begin working on individual projects. I've reviewed all of your individual project proposals and given you feedback. It's important to make sure that the proposal is in a good place before you move on to your development. If you're not able to clearly articulate what you're trying to do in words, you're going to have some challenges with your development. I've tried to provide you feedback in such a way that will help anticipate where you may have problems with Captivate in the future, and I hope that you will pay close attention to that feedback and use it as you continue to develop your projects. This week we have two main objectives. The first objective is to understand the cognitive theory of multimedia learning. Our second objective is to apply and customize Adobe Captivate templates. So let's talk about our weekly readings. There's going to be 2 chapters that you're going to read. In the first chapter, you're going to get an introduction to cognitive theory and how people learn. It's important for you to understand cognitive theory because if you can understand how people learn, you can design instruction that supports that learning. Cognitive theory of multimedia learning is a very important concept for you to understand. And in this reading, what I hope that you'll do is get an introduction to it and start to think and understand how it's important that the design decisions that you make this week, such as your layout, your color choices, and how you're going to structure your content, will inform and impact how students are going to be able to learn and engage with your content as you develop your project. Our second chapter is going to look at how to design for asynchronous learning environments. I thought this was a very important chapter because we're doing an individual project that is an asynchronous learning environment. And some of your feedback in your individual projects, I commented that some of the ideas that you proposed were not actually for asynchronous learning, they are rather for synchronous learning. It's important to understand the distinction, and I hope that this chapter will help you understand that, conceptualize what asynchronous learning means, and also be able to apply that for your individual project. For the lynda.com tutorials this week, you should have completed the introduction, section 1 on getting started, then review the build a project, which is going to help you understand how to manipulate and use the themes, and also look at section 6, which is how to publish a project. This week, your assignment is going to be checkpoint number 1. One of the things that I've changed this semester is I've made it so that instead of you working for a month on your project, each week you're going to have a checkpoint. The purpose of these checkpoints is to make sure that you're able to identify, pace, and structure your content correctly, but also it's to help those who may be feeling overwhelmed with Adobe Captivate. By having a weekly checkpoint, I can provide you feedback and we can focus on specific issues and ensure that we're moving in a successful progression. So this week your checkpoint's going to be due on Sunday, and by Sunday at the minimum you're going to need to have set up your UNCC webpage space. If you go into the Canvas site, I provided instructions for that. The instructions are: first, you have to request your space, and 2, you're going to need to install another program called FileZilla. I've included videos that will show you how to request your space, how to install FileZilla, and also how to connect your FileZilla account to your UNCC webpage space. The next thing you're going to want to do is download and install a 30-day trial of Captivate. It is 30 days, and it's going to be 30 consecutive days. The final project is going to be due on March 3rd. I would encourage you to wait as late as possible in the week before you install Captivate, because you don't want to end up having it installed and then running out of time before the project is due. And finally, what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to select the theme and add your title. That is what the minimum requirements are for this checkpoint. If you want to move ahead and do some additional work, I'm happy to provide feedback, but it's important that you at least get these things done. Once you've done that, you're going to make your URL and publish it, and that is what you're going to submit through Canvas. The reason for doing it this way is to make sure you're able to connect to your UNC webpage space, 2, you're able to publish your Captivate, and 3, you understand how to find the URL. For all your checkpoints, you will do the same process. You will always submit the URL through Canvas, and you can create separate links if you want to help keep organized and keep track. I'll provide you feedback and let you know, and if you have any specific questions, you can let me know about that as well. We also have a discussion forum set up that if you want to post your link because you're having a problem or you want to get some feedback from your peers, you're welcome to do that. We will have a formalized individual peer review probably around March 1st or so, but if you want to get feedback ahead of time, feel free to use that Open Captivate form. So one of the things is that you need to have a theme applied for your individual project. Your theme does not have to be something super fancy. You don't even have to pay for one. Within Adobe Captivate, there are several themes that you can use. You can simply select one of the existing themes that they have, tweak the colors, add your title slide, and move on from there. It's just important that you use a theme because I want to see a consistent layout between each of your slides. You're also welcome to go onto any site that you find that has free templates, and you can download and apply one of those as well. That build your project section of the lynda.com tutorials will show you how to do that. It will also teach you how you could take a PowerPoint theme and import that into Captivate. But the key is to make sure you're applying a template and a theme, and it's something that's going to be consistent throughout your entire design. So this week, all your assignments are going to be due on Sunday. You'll have the entire week to complete your reading assignments, set up your UNC web space, download Captivate, and complete checkpoint number 1. As always, feel free to send me questions that you have, but best of luck, and I look forward to seeing your title slide and your initial designs for your individual project. To recap about your individual project, let's look at what is going to be due and what's coming up on the horizon. So again, it's going to be a 15-minute self-paced e-learning module. This is the week that you're going to install your trial. Your checkpoint, as I mentioned, is going to be due on Sunday the 10th. Your next one is going to be about navigation, video, and interaction. That's going to be due the following week. Your third checkpoint is going to be quizzing. The sequence is meant so that you first create your template, you then look at your navigation, your interactions, and then finally do your quizzing. Because your quizzing is going to have to be linked to your learning activities and your objectives. So that's why we're doing that one last. And then your final version is going to be due March 3rd. By March 3rd, you would have also completed